Season 3 is nearly halfway complete already, and despite this season's secret skin not being a collaboration like the first two, as tons of collabs upcoming got leaked on an Epic Games employee's monitor, this one might finally be upcoming after 3 years. Make sure you stick around until the end of today's video, being 480 to 600 seconds long, to get not only that, but all of the juicy Season 4 intel that's pouring out now, with only 2 updates left of Chapter 4 Season 3. Quick announcement, it would mean the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug if you could enter the new creator code FM3 inside the Fortnite item shop. I just got it changed because why not? It spices things up and keeps things fresh and new. Last video I asked you guys to name this emote, and here's a ton of hearted comments on screen right now that got it right. This now, however, is our new emote, so let me know what this is down below in the comments, and if you get it right and your comment gets hearted, it could be showed on screen in the next video. And considering we're incredibly close to 2.55 million subscribers, whilst you're clicking buttons, hit the button, turn on all notifications. After all, it only benefits you, as we do try and give different subscribers every single day, with proof of that on screen right now. Starting out today, despite this season already being halfway through, as the time continues to fly in Fortnite, it's flown even further onward, 5 years to be exact, from Chapter 1 Season 5 when that first initially released. For those that don't know, this brought Paradise Palms, which was actually the first desert biome we've ever seen in Fortnite, which is relevant to one we're going to be talking about as a map change in just a second for Season 4. Of course, along with that, it brought Drift and Ragnarok, 2 of my favourite skins from any battle pass, and also the golf carts and many other things such as toys that aren't talked about too much anymore. Anyways, speaking of this desert location and where it could be located or actually taking over as a biome on the island right now for the Chapter 4 island, this did initially get leaked prior to Season 3 starting, as they were testing cacti and different types of palm trees, what would work on the Chapter 4 island, and now a tease we have not only in-game is the fact that the ice is melting from the ice biome anyways, as this jungle area has seemed to come out of the ground. But on top of that too, on the outskirts of the island from this icy biome area, you can see what seems to resemble the tiny SpongeBob island you know from the intro. These particular palm trees, the only ones on this Chapter 4 map or in this reality right now. From landing there's no landmark name, meaning this is simply just kind of something secret on its own, and many people believe it to resemble that of the bamboo map changes we saw in Chapter 4 Season 1, foreshadowing map changes upcoming, and the map changes then of course with, you know, palm trees being that of what we'd see around tropical or desert biomes, like Paradise Palms that we've once obviously seen again in Chapter 1 Season 5, to be, well, where the desert area is going to be, replacing the ice biome that we see now that is melting in real time, as you can see from the cinematic shots. With this potentially melting away and exposing a new sand biome or area that we could be seeing come Chapter 4 Season 4 release, again after August 25th when this season's set to end according to the Battle Pass, as Dr. Sloan has been reintroduced to the Fortnite storyline now, or should I say actually brought to the forefront now from being teased right in front of our eyes in the Chapter 4 Season 1 trailer right here inside the tank that then we know is now on the island, exposed in this jungle area that's made an appearance this season. Specifically her and Trace on the Fortnite surveys, which of course Trace is another Battle Pass skin for Chapter 4 Season 3, as you can see have these strange sand powers, which I speculate either will bring this biome to the island from them combining forces, or once the ice melts and it arrives, they thrive in terms of their powers being of use for their mission in the storyline. Speaking of Trace and Sloan, if we wear the Trace skin going up to Sloan as an NPC, despite many other interesting dialogue pieces, she states those glyphs are the key to all of this, and the glyphs she's referring to are these particular pieces of artwork on the walls that we currently can't see as they're covered over by tree and shrubbery. If it wasn't already obvious by Sloan's voice lines with her new mission, as she mentions, it's to restore the technology that's actually been found in this jungle area or ancient kind of civilization, with many people being led to believe, based off the logos on the glyphs and the statues found in this jungle biome, it's for a new faction that we're going to be introduced to this season. It doesn't look like this is going to be the case, and it's all a build-up for the ending of this chapter being a last reality return and attack on the Chapter 4 island, perhaps even introducing the cradle ship that we saw at the end of the Chapter 2 finale. How we know this is from taking a look at the apparatus. The symbols on it are pretty much the similar, if not the same, as the cube runes, and considering this season the colours of the plants that we can actually, you know, now use in various ways, whether it's to stink people out, yellow, blue to heal, and even the kind of purple ones as explosive ones, these were the colours of the cubes, all of the variations we saw on the Chapter 2 Season 8 map before the Chapter 2 finale actually occurred, which of course was a season again where the last reality were at a forefront with the Cube Queen, well, trying to make nothing remain of the Chapter 2 island. Of course her plan backfired, and despite her screaming and disappearing once the island flipped over with this portal closing where we could see the cradle ship through and many motherships like in this particular loading screen, that may not be forever in terms of, you know, being able to observe this ship from afar, kind of like the Galactus star but not exactly the same off the coast of the Fortnite island, as these glyphs show what exactly now the apparatus has been pointed at once it was actually working, and there's 5 different options total. Of course including the one that it was meant to have been looking at. Is Dr. Sloan going to reform all of this and then warn us of the last reality trying to harness the power of the 0 point now that it's petrified, as we can see from the vault that once contained it being destroyed around it in terms of debris? To me, this makes sense considering the 0 point seems to be in a hibernation-like healing state now, kinda like when it made itself into the spire surrounding it to protect itself in Chapter 2 Season 6, but on a much bigger scale considering it literally had the job of pulling different realities together to form a new reality itself, being the Chapter 4 island. Speaking of different realities, considering most of the secret skins this season, well, all of them despite Paradise Meowscles have been collaborations, and other collaborations have came to the island, as we've seen technology previously in the storyline such as the Rift Gate, which was destroyed as it got redirected from Rift Warden Stellan's intentions, directed by the Shapeless Man, from Eevee taking it over and bringing the Mega City from the Peace Syndicate universe into the Chapter 4 map. The reason I'm mentioning this is because with technology like that, bringing in other realities still onto the map with the 0 point currently in hibernation, it makes for the possibility of literally any skin next season out of the 8 we do see in the Battle Pass. Potential for a collaboration, one that we're at least going to be seeing like Optimus Prime this season level 100, or the secret or unlockable skin halfway through the season such as Paradise Meowscles. As you can see in today's title and thumbnail, of course there's heavy emphasis on Peter Griffin and Family Guy finally coming to Fortnite or being collaborated into it. As mentioned at the start of the video too, this leak has literally been floating around about Family Guy coming to Fortnite for over 3 years since Chapter 2 Season 5. It started out with French Fry being a codename in the files containing what you're seeing on screen right now, literal frames from the chicken fight scenes in the Family Guy show itself from early seasons, and then around the time of Chapter 3 Season 2 we saw folders pertaining to upcoming skins within that season such as Jones, Chapter 3 Season 3, and Vader, implying Indiana Jones and Darth Vader would be upcoming that season, but we also saw Doom. And then come Chapter 4 Season 1, of course, Doomslayer came, but the only file we haven't seen come to the game yet or be collaborated into it off of here is Family Guy, which makes me believe Peter Griffin is going to be coming to the game very soon, as we do have other large characters that obviously are questionable in terms of being in Fortnite, such as Thanos, as he once was a much bigger character, once only being able to play as him, or turn into him should I say, in the Infinity Gauntlet based LTMs that were added for Marvel's Thanos collaboration initially. You may be wondering though, out of the Family Guy collab, because it doesn't specify Peter Griffin on everything we've mentioned so far, despite him literally fighting with the chicken, the giant one right here in the files from this French Fry codename. Why are we specifically referring to Peter Griffin despite him being the main character in Family Guy? Well, as Hypex tweeted out right here in Chapter 4 Season 1, Fortnite has been working on a male skin codenamed French Fry, like the codename we saw before, which was the codename of an accidentally leaked back bling that had frames from Family Guy. The skin is most likely Peter Griffin, and this was on the 12th of January 2023, so quite a while ago. If you made it up until this point in the video, make sure to comment your Season 4 wishlist down below, as it literally is nearly a month away from the time of me recording and uploading this video. And don't forget to leave a like on today's video if you enjoyed this one, subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on, and don't forget to enter code FM3 being the new code if you directly want to support me inside the Fortnite item shop. But speaking of other videos, click on this one I picked out for you on screen right now for your next destination whilst you wait for the very next upload I do publish on the channel.